infamous here at Florida Supercon with Ryan O'Halloran of Clerks, Clerks 2, and soon to be Clerks 3 fame.
Correct. And with the bonus film of Mallrats 2, we're actually going to shoot that first. Correct. We're going to shoot that in October of this year. So look for it about probably June, July of next year. And then we'll start shooting Clerks 3.
Well, let me ask you about kind of the expansion of the View Askew universe, because Kevin moved away from it from a little while to do Tusk, to do Red State, to do Yoga Hosers, some other things. Now decided to come back to do Clerks and Mallrats. When I guess he first told you these ideas, were you skeptical, or did you think, okay, well, let's see what kind of story holds for us?
No, you know what? That's the thing. I have a complete faith in Kevin and his writing ability, especially when it comes to that world, the View Askew universe, as they like to call it. Those characters of Dante, Randall, Jay and Silent Bob, and the other characters like Becky and now Elias that have come into the world since Clerks 2. I think he really has a great grasp of where he wants to just peek into where these guys would be in their lives every 10 years. So I think it's something I have complete faith in, and I've had the script now of Clerks 3 in my hands for about a year and a half, and it's hilarious. And it's definitely in a compilation of everything he's done really well in film up to this point. So I can't wait to start shooting it. I've yet to read the Mallrats 2 script because he's finishing up a final draft of it now.
Well, let me ask you about then Clerks 3, because Clerks 1 and Clerks 2 are very different films.
Right.
Different focuses, different conversations, just a different tone kind of overall. Where does Clerks 3 then fall in? Is it more Clerks? Is it more Clerks 2? Or is it an entirely different animal altogether?
I wouldn't say it's an entirely different animal altogether. It's very much the core of what the original Clerks is, absolutely. If you remember, we last left off with Clerks 2, the two characters have now bought the store, and now they're the owners and stuff like that. So you're going to see it from a much more, I don't know, responsible, so to say, kind of perspective, yet how responsible could those characters be, right? So, and with the silent partner of Jay and Silent Bob, no less. Remember, they put up the money for it. So just adding that as your basis to build something off of is hilarious. And so I think the fan base will be in for something that's really, really hilarious, but also very heartwarming. Like that heartwarming story about friendship that was in Clerks 2 is really carried over even more so in this one. And then remember, the character of Becky was pregnant at the end of it. So now we're throwing in, you know, fatherhood and a child and all this other stuff. So you never know.
Clerks has always been my favorite of all the films that Kevin has done, and we're talking many years later. That film continues to hold up.
I think it's because, especially the two characters from Clerks of Dante and Randall, I think everybody at some point in their life has been a part of some sort of retail chain work thing or whatever, that they weren't supposed to be there that day and called in and having to deal with weird customers and whatever. And if you haven't been that side of the counter, you've been in these type of establishments where you weren't treated the best and where the service wasn't the greatest and stuff like that. So I think it continues to resonate on that core level. You know, like, I'm not even supposed to be here today. The leitmotif chant of Dante is always resonant to everybody. I'm even sure the President of the United States has said, I'm not even supposed to be here today. You know what I mean? I think that's why it resonates with that. You know, and these characters are truly written from a true perspective of the working man ethic.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Not at all. Thanks for having me.